From the Opupco Studios in Oklahoma City, you're watching The Press Row. We're brought to you by Papa John's Pizza. You can go online right now and order your pizza at papajohns.com. I'm Jenny Carlson. He's Barry Trammell. Let's do some 5 and 5. 5 topics, about a minute each. Let's get right to it. Let's start with this one, Barry. All-Big-XII quarterback. Who in the world would that be?
Well, I mean, just a week ago we thought it was a runaway for Bryce Petty of Baylor, and it looks like Petty will still get it. But consider this. Throw out the 3 non-conference games. Who cares about them? Baylor's played 7 games, and Petty has been against Oklahoma. The Bears scored 41 points, but that was a defensive performance. I wasn't all that impressed with Petty. OSU completely shut him down. Now he's got 2 of the better teams, especially defensively, remaining on his schedule, TCU and Texas. I think Chelf still has a chance. I think Clint Chelf still has a chance. I think Petty's much in the lead, but the way Clint Chelf is playing, he's at least got a shot.
Yeah, I agree with that, and I think it comes down to who Baylor and Bryce Petty have left. If you look at TCU, a team that obviously offensively totally out of it, but even as their offense has struggled all year, their defense has stayed in it. You know they're going to give him a tussle. I think that's going to be a great test. And then obviously the Texas-Baylor game to end the season, Barry. I think it's going to be interesting. I think Clint Chelf has a chance to finish strong enough to win. It would be an amazing, amazing turn of events, but I think it's still up in the air. All right, what about this one? Big 12 champ. Who would that be?
Well, I mean, I think the Cowboys are going to win it. I think they're going to beat the Sooners in Bedlam. And then, you know, Baylor might beat Texas, probably will beat Texas and get a tie. But I think if there is a co-champion, it's going to be the Cowboys that go on to the Fiesta Bowl. I think Cowboys have completed the recovery from that early loss to West Virginia. I think OSU is going to be the team in Glendale, Arizona. Yeah,
I think this is kind of our trick question to look ahead to Bedlam a little bit, because obviously if OSU wins that game, no matter what Baylor does this week against TCU or next week against Texas, that won't matter if OSU takes care of its business in Bedlam. And I think they win as well. I'm not ready to give a prediction. We still got an off week, but I think OSU wins that game. And I think they are the team to go to the Fiesta Bowl. And what an amazing turn of events from that West Virginia game. All right, Barry, what about this one? More impressive, is it Marcus Smart or is it Clint Chelf? We saw both of them play fantastically last week in big games.
I'm going to say more impressive last Saturday was Clint Chelf. Smart played a game for the ages, of course, 39 points, had 24 points in the first 9, 11 minutes, whatever it was. But Clint Chelf played from a complete and total dominating game in the biggest game of the Big 12 season. First 12 completions he completed, finished 19 of 25, whatever it was. So, you know, Smart was fabulous, but the truth is, Smart's played that way some. He's going to play that way even more. But in the biggest game of Clint Chelf's life, he played the game of his life.
Well, he did. And I tell you what, I was impressed by both of these guys. Both have to be walking around campus in Stillwater feeling pretty good this week, as well they should. But you know what? I think I was a little more impressed by Marcus Smart. And it's not that I wasn't impressed by Clint Chelf, but what Marcus Smart did, in my mind, was show some things that he hadn't done all that much before. I mean, the way he scored, I mean, we knew he could score, but this was at a whole different level. What Clint Chelf did, we'd seen him pass the ball well before. We'd seen him manage the offense well before. Yes, I know he took that to another level, but man, Marcus Smart being that kind of scorer, hadn't really seen that before against a really good backcourt. I mean, that Memphis backcourt is outstanding and seasoned and everything you want to throw out there with adjectives, and he made him look pedestrian. Both impressive performances, though. Maybe even better, his glasses and headgear at game day. Did you like that?
Good. Oh, he looks sharp.
Those beanies, they got to be selling out.
Yeah, big steal your heart, Russell Westbrook.
All right, our fun question of the week, Barry. You know you're going to hit this one out of the park. Favorite Thanksgiving food, what is it?
Well, at the risk of breaking news I don't want to break, my brother is actually getting a beef tenderloin for this Thanksgiving, which is going to be fantastic. He knows how to cook them, and beef tenderloin is just a sort of a way to circumvent the fact that you're eating filet mignon, so it's fabulous. But my favorite Thanksgiving food is broccoli and cheese and rice casserole. Love it, and here's what it's good on Thanksgiving, and it's just as good on Friday and Saturday when I'm watching football warmed up. So for whatever reason, there's some Thanksgiving food we don't get during the rest of the year. Broccoli, cheese, and rice casserole I get on Thanksgiving.
Yeah, why don't we get that all the time?
I don't have any idea.
I love it. I love it. Another one, and I'll go with another side. that we don't get in the non-holiday time of the year? Green beans with the little onions on top. Where's that in, like, you know, March or August or something like that? I want that all the time too.
It's at my mom's house. She makes it all the time.
All right, I'll come visit. All right, lastly, Barry. Hey, Scott Brooks. Is he headed down Greg Popovich Boulevard? He sat Russell Westbrook last week, for crying out loud.
Well, the answer is no, because Greg Popovich Boulevard sits his whole team against teams they don't automatically win. Remember, Durant didn't sit, and they were playing the Jazz. Now, if Russell Westbrook and/or Kevin Durant start sitting against the Spurs or the Warriors or the Clippers, then we'll talk. Popovich sits his whole team against Miami, for crying out loud.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, he's not headed down Greg Popovich Boulevard. Maybe like Greg Popovich cul-de-sac or something. You know, this is an interesting turn of events, though. I mean, Russell Westbrook, let's not forget, before that injury in the playoffs, he was the Iron Man of the NBA. He had not missed a single game in his NBA career since becoming a starter. So the fact that he would sit for any reason is pretty remarkable. I think it shows this continued maturity and change that we've seen out of Scott Brooks. I mean, he's using a lot of different lineups, mixing things up more than we've seen out of him before. I think this is, again, Scott Brooks saying, you know what, I see a chance to sit a guy that's coming off of 2 knee surgeries in the offseason. Why not do it? Why not take that opportunity? I think it was a smart move. Russell Westbrook, he seemed okay with it too. We'll see if it pays off this week against the Spurs. Hey, be sure to stay with the best coverage team anywhere at newsok.com and every day in the Oklahoman.